Amritpal Singh joins us from Jerusalem. Amrit, Israel has reacted furiously to the UN chief's remark in the UN Security Council that the Hamas's attacks did not happen in a vacuum. Israel has since responded by refusing visas to UN officials. Will all of this hamper UN efforts inside Gaza?
Well, it increases the sparring surely, and does throw a certain amount of, create certain amount of hiccups, and throws a spanner in the works there with such sharp reaction from the UN, the ambassador of Israel to the UN, saying that the UN's chief, by giving such a statement, is justifying terrorism and murders that took place. But I'm sure, they will, as time passes by, get over it, because Israel is a member state of the United Nations, and the Israeli and the UN chief has put out his full statement saying that he had criticized both Hamas and Israel. In that sense, he said he took to X to say that what the Palestinian suffering cannot justify the horrendous acts of the Hamas, yet the horrendous attacks by Hamas do not justify the collective punishment. Basically, the UN chief trying to say that he's trying to make both sides see reason, because he's made calls for Hamas to release the hostages. So he's been appealing to both sides, and that's what his job is as a as the head of the United Nations, to see that crisis which is affecting the world gets resolved in the best possible manner, with least possible loss of life, and maximum possible assistance to both sides. So I think right now you see very sharp reactions. Eli Cohen, the foreign minister of Israel, who is in New York for the UN session, cancelled his meeting with the UN chief. So it does throw up certain hiccups, but eventually, as time passes, I think it'll soothen the feathers, the ruffled feathers a bit. Yeah.
Right. Also, Amrit, Israel has intensified its bombing of southern Gaza overnight. I repeat, southern Gaza. And now this after ordering Gazans to leave northern Gaza for the south. Clashes have also been reported from the West Bank. Is the theater of conflict widening, or widened already, to include the Fatah-ruled West Bank now?
I think it's widened already. The justification that Israeli forces, when we speak to them, give is that when you ask them that why did you bomb a refugee camp in West Bank, or why are you rounding up people, he said that they say they have Hamas supporters there, and it is when they go to arrest these supporters because they are trying to create problems, they attack the Israeli forces, and that is why you see the sort of reaction, and they say there are terrorist activities going on in the West Bank because Hamas has bases there as well. Remember, the Hamas in 2006 had not just won elections in the Gaza Strip, it had won elections in Palestine's parliament. So it has a support base in the West Bank as well, just that Israel at that time had refused to recognize Hamas, and Mahmoud Abbas became the president of the Palestinian State Authority, but it was Hamas which had overwhelmingly won the election. They are the de facto rulers of Gaza, so that is why they say they are bombing or targeting places in West Bank. But you're right, the theater of conflict has widened. The front with North is already hotting up. We saw airstrikes in Syria, killing 8 Syrian military personnel. Before that, we saw strikes hitting the Damascus airport and the Aleppo airport. So the theater of conflict is widening, though there are hectic efforts being made by the international community to see that it does not spill over, and both state and non-state actors already other than already involved do not get further involved. Ramesh.
And before we let you go, Amrit, any word on the fate of the hostages still in the Hamas's captivity?
According to Israel, there are 222 hostages. Of them, they said there could be more, but they can confirm 222. 4 have been released, 2 American women, 2 old women, Israeli women. The rest of them are there. There are hectic negotiations going on with mediation happening with the help of Qatar and Egypt. The last we heard was that there was some kind of understanding on releasing 50 more, but after the Turkish Foreign Minister's statement, it gives an indication that there is negotiation, there is give and take going on. Khalid Mashal, who is in Doha, the exiled Hamas leader, in an interview said that if Israel stops airstrikes, Hamas is ready to give the terrorists back. But what I know is that Khalid Mashal, Ismail Haniya, who are based out of Doha, are in regular touch with Hamas, and there is some kind of hard negotiation going on. But when will the release happen? Will it happen in batches? Will all be released? Will only foreign nationals be released? All that still remains unclear.
All right, we leave it at that for now. Amrit, thank you. Appreciate it.